Hello, everybody.
All right.
What's
welcome,
up?
Welcome. Greetings and salutations. Your boy Trey Proper from Snack and Flick, but we are guest starring here on the Horrific Network. Been talking about this for a while. Gentlemen,
Hold on. That's the best energy you can give us right now.
that's what do you want? You want to have fucking fire flying in my...
I'm just saying, you usually get more energy.
Welcome. Greetings and salutations. Your boy Trey Proper. We are live here on the Horrific Network.
Yes.
I'm watching a wrestling match, so I'm kind of jazzed right now. So
Exactly.
yeah. All right. There. Is that better?
That is much
That is
better.
so much better. It's your boy Dragon Chills here, as we're going to give you all the entertainment knowledge we can give y'all for this special spotlight we got.
It's your boy Gadoni. We got some fun material coming up for you guys. Stay tuned. Stay here, and let's do this show, guys.
About to say, you said stay tuned like we got commercials coming
I
up.
was gonna say, is a commercial break going on somewhere? Like,
Maybe. You never know. So, gentlemen, I really want to start this off in the only way I know how. And let's just bring out the horror movie in the room, Doctor Strange.
Okay.
It's been 2.5 weeks. And I feel like when we did our review, we really couldn't do our review because we were doing a spoiler-free review on our show. So it's kind of hard to do a spoiler-free review. But I feel like the time has been where it needed to be.
you've had pretty much 3 weeks to see this movie.
If you
haven't
seen
seen
it,
I think we could go with the spoiler review now. What do you think, gentlemen?
I spoiled it. I've been spoiling it since it came out. I don't care.
Well, how about this? First of all, let's go around one more time. Trey, you gave it what? All the popcorn in the world?
Oh, I like popcorn, so I can give it all. But I gave it a big ass tub.
Big ass tub of popcorn.
There you go.
Mr. Dragon Shows, what did you give it?
Between 7 and 8, pretty more toward 8 side than 7, but nonetheless.
So
okay.
so like a medium to large?
Yeah, somewhere between medium large popcorn. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I gave it because I'm a Sam Raimi fan. I gave it a large popcorn just because it's Sam Raimi movie and it's basically the Army of Darkness of the MCU. So I'm okay with that.
We just need some deadites.
Yes. But I just want to start by saying there was a lot of what the fuck moments in this movie. And then there was a lot of what the fuck moments behind that after you watch the movie. But I mean, all the guest cameos and all the shit that they were talking about that was going to be in the movie that ended up not being in the movie was like ridiculous.
I wanted Tom Cruise as Iron Man only so Trey Proper could have had the 40-year-old virgin shaved chest. That's what I was waiting for.
And it's all still here, baby. All my baby hairs are still here.
Herb on YouTube saying, "What's up?"
It's good,
Appreciate
baby.
that.
So I have to say, the MCU did Professor X fantastic. I loved him in this.
Was there any question about it? Not only did he come out canonically and how he's supposed to look from the cartoon,
The 90s cartoon,
but he also had the music to go along with it. I mean, you can't argue with that.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, when that happened in the film, everybody was like, "What the fuck?" Oh yeah, in the theater, dude. It was great.
All right,
I can't enjoy the moment. I can't enjoy the moment because I'm a huge comic book fan. I live, breathe, and sleep with them. That's why I got so many paper cuts. But yeah, I can't because of how badly. This is the third time. If you ain't know by now, you should know. This is the third time we had to see Professor X die in a horrific way. The first time was X-Men 3, I think, where Jean Grey shattered him to a billion pieces. And then the next one was in that bastard ass movie Logan. And he got shanked in the chest. And now we get to see his face going 2 different directions. Come on, my entire childhood. Hey, that man has been in my entertainment my entire life. I don't want to see him die no more. I don't want to see Captain Picard get ripped apart, blown apart, stabbed up. I don't want to see it happen. Okay,
I get it.
No,
We understand. It hurts your heart, it hurts your soul, but still, nonetheless.
I mean, but now if Marvel stays true to what they said, just that version of him died, but there's still another version of him in another universe.
See, the problem I have with that is simply this. So what we've seen from this MCU's multiverse is that 9 times out of 10, the same character is playing the same role, with the exception of Marie
Spider-Man.
Marie Ralph, and yes, Spider-Man. But more often than not, that actor is going to play that character in a different role. So if you put Patrick Stewart as Professor X, he's getting up there. You know, we're talking about 10-year deals. I hate to say it. I don't know if we got 10 more years of him. You know, in Picard, he's walking around with a freaking cane. Like even William Shatner had to hang up the Captain Kirk boots. Yeah. Like I really want what's his name, John McAvoy. I want him back. Oh, is John? I don't know if I said it right, but anyway, I want him back as just for the longevity, the possibilities that can happen from him playing that role. Just move on to the younger guys. We'll stomach it. You know, you can do a flash forward future version of them and then bring those guys in. But no, give us the young ones. That's what I'm asking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I mean, that's not too much to ask for. I mean, honestly, as you're saying, you know, the people we've grown up with who played these iconic roles, they're getting up there in age. They can't sustain, you know, doing everything as they've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it's just hard because they just nailed that 90s icon look so well.
It's not hard. He had a green suit and a yellow chair.
Yeah, but the electric wheelchair looked really good.
Hover chair.
Huh?
Hover chair.
Oh, okay. No.
But I'm gonna be that nitpicky. Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I'm that type of guy.
but I mean, that was the first time you actually saw the iconic 90s look.
Yeah. Well, yes, it was, because they didn't show the yellow chair in any of. I don't think they showed the chair.
No.
Anywhere else.
No.
It was either gray or black, or it was a regular
gray or black.
wheelchair.
Yeah. Or they had the wheelchair that had the giant X's on it for the wheels.
Yeah. I mean, just like that is the epitome of branding.
Laziness.
The yellow golf cart.
That's the epitome of laziness.
They wanted the X-Men series to be more futuristic in the movie, so they wanted to be more modern, not futuristic. So they kind of toned a lot of things down. They still never explained how the fuck he afforded that fucking Blackbird, but
I mean, your question, you're talking about you want to tone it down, but nonetheless, X-Men were in the future anyway. So I mean, what is the big deal?
Not yellow golf cart, Herb. Really?
I don't know why you expect anything less from him.
If he showed up in a yellow golf cart, I'd punch you in the face. Just because I can't get to them. But enough about that. Now back to the movie itself. Overall, in my opinion, of course, Doctor Strange was a great movie. I love what Sam Raimi did. It was mwah, chef's kiss. The jump scares.
Jason came out with it too. I was really hoping for Tom Cruise.
Why does everybody want Tom Cruise? Why do you want that energy in Iron Man?
I only wanted for one reason. That was it.
What?
I already told you. I went to see you get the 40-year-old version, Seth Chase. Other than that, yeah.
And nobody else knows about that except for my friends. Nobody else. So nobody else wanted Tom Cruise.
I understand that. I'm just saying, for your friends, we all were rooting for that one reason. Nobody wanted it because, oh yeah, Tom Cruise is going to be great in this role. No.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The deep fake. I mean, you have to admit the deep fake where they showed it. It didn't look terrible, but I just don't think he can. I don't think he can pull off the role.
Tom Cruise is not going to pull off.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's just not going to pull it off. I'm being honest.
Nicolas Cage and the Ghost Rider.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Oh, do it. No, pissing flamethrower. I'm good. No.
I'm kidding.
Not the Scarlet Witch. No. I'm good. I can hard pass on that. But you don't want Tom Cruise's energy in with Tony Stark's money.
Like he ruined the Mummy remake.
Why was that?
I wouldn't say he ruined it.
No.
I just think the movie was bad itself.
Yeah, but a lot of it was because he was telling them to like rewrite it, and because initially it wasn't about his character.
Mm-hmm.
It was about her. And he's like, no, I want top billing. I want this. I want that. And it just turned into a Tom Cruise movie when it wasn't supposed to be.
It was always going to be a Tom Cruise movie. Unfortunately, if Tom Cruise is in the movie, it's his movie.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just co-starring. There you go.
Yeah, but you can't say you hate Tom Cruise always, because I mean, I know you loved him in Tropic Thunder, Trey.
who could? But I can't deny that fact. He was amazing in Tropic Thunder. And just, I will fuck you in the like that. Just it blew me away. I'd never seen him do anything like that. Like, okay, and then the dancing at the end. However, we have just wrapped up the last decade of RDJ, and that swarmy, cool, chill, know-it-all energy. You want to switch that out for Tom Cruise even for 5 seconds? Even for 5 freaking seconds? Like, no, I don't want that.
It'd have been a disgrace to Iron Man, and it'd ruin the memory of what we had. No, I definitely wouldn't have wanted that. You know, as a diehard Iron Man, hero fan, I would have hated every second of it.
And
Tom Cruise is Les Grossman equals phenomenal. Okay.
So you enjoyed it. I enjoyed the film as well. I mean, I don't think it was like I'm going to be honest. I don't think it was the best Marvel movie they've ever made, but definitely wasn't the worst. And basically, they used Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and you correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but they use this as a springboard to spring the MCU forward into a bigger multiverse, into more characters dropping in, and just being able just to blow the MCU wide open.
Yeah,
that's absolutely pretty much what this was.
This whole point was, hey, I can just bring somebody in here for no reason now. I don't have to truly explain completely in depth. That's all this was. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, absolutely. I totally agree that it's, and even Kevin Feige said this is the jumping point. This is where we're starting off everything. This is where everything is going to branch off from. I think they could have went a little bit deeper into going into different multiverses and expound on the characters, but then we end up with a 3-4 hour movie. We don't need another Snyder's cut. So
no,
especially not in the beginning.
I mean, we had Endgame and Infinity War. I mean,
yeah, but that was build up. You can't just, you gotta lube it up. You gotta lube it up. You can't just ram it in there. You know better. Like, come on now.
But I'm saying they could have. Honestly, you're telling me you wouldn't have sat through it?
Asking me questions.
Exactly.
Yes, I would have sat through it. So, but that I am a diehard. You got to keep in mind they're in the business of making money and making magic on film. They're going to put their best foot forward in what they trim everything. They had a 4-hour movie, I'm pretty sure, but they trimmed it down so they could fit into a tight little snack and give it to you for 2 hours. That's what they're going to do with every movie until we have a major event. When we have Avengers 6, yeah, that's going to be a damn 4-hour movie. They're going to have
It'll be a 2-parter.
Yeah. No, they're going to be people in the theater in diapers. That's what's going to happen. That's going to happen. Mark my words.
Just remember, it all depends.
It all depends.
But I mean, as a whole, though, the movie as a whole, like, it definitely fits the horror genre. It definitely nailed that on the head. And because Sam Raimi is good at horror and comedy, that's why you have Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, Ash vs. Evil Dead, everything that he created in that style. Plus Bruce Campbell's
in every freaking movie he's going to make. Yeah.
And it was great. You know it was awesome. But I mean, I enjoyed the film, and I mainly enjoyed it. I knew what I was walking into because I'm a Sam Raimi, junkie and fan. So I kind of knew what I was walking into. So it is definitely a watcher. You definitely got to watch it.
Right.
Facts. Quick question for you guys, audible question. So how does this measure up to Doctor Strange 1? So if we put Doctor Strange 1 versus Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness up against each other, what do you think weighs more? What do you think is a better movie, so to speak?
Entertainment wise, I'd have to get the Multiverse of Madness. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like visually, and I mean story was kind of passe on this one just because they were trying to throw so much shit at you at once.
Really?
Because I mean that's what they were doing. I would probably give it to number 2.
Okay.
I think it was a little bit more visually stunning than the first. I mean, the first one looked great, but
in my opinion, it gave you more.
Yeah,
the second one.
Exactly.
Okay.
Indeed.
I would be hard pressed to agree with you guys. I think it is a step up from the original. However, the first one, it was a Doctor Strange movie. The only psychic, because if you think about back in the comics, I wasn't alive during that time, but the ones that I've seen, it was heavy psychedelics. It was a lot of kaleidoscope bullshit going on in the background, and you got
what they're about. They're on them drugs.
Yeah, it was a LSD. You reading comics on LSD. That's what it was. But that's what you got in the first movie, and it was staying true to the original. But yeah. Story, but I think that the story was great for the second movie over the first one. Adding in different characters, a lot of different callbacks, from Baron Mordo to, of course, Wong, Leo. We don't care about your opinion, Leo.
There goes our other co-host.
I was gonna say, John Scott from Facebook commented, it's the first one for him.
Okay.
He also commented, Spider-Man also. He also commented Loki and Spider-Man also, springboard the MCU to open it up for everyone.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Loki definitely put the springboard out there, and then
Loki took that sledgehammer and just cracked it.
And then,
and
you are absolutely correct.
Spider-Man said, and then Doctor Strange said, "Here, catch his boot. He's coming in."
He said, "Hold my beer, guys. Hold my beer."
There you go. Hold my beer.
Yeah.
The favorite, spoiler that everyone always tells everyone dies. Well, damn it, everyone died.
Oh yeah, unfortunately. I threw a loop for Jimmy, the owner and director of Horrific Network. We were at dinner last night before we went to go see Firestarter of all things.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah, but I looked at him like, because I go, everybody always says everybody dies. I go, all you need to know before you go see Doctor Strange, everybody lives. That's all you got to know.
This, for those of you who don't watch our show on Monday nights, this is what I usually have to deal with.
Yes, Drew gives you the corny jokes. Yeah,
it's like it's so painful.
Very true.
It all depends. Really, muff. Anyway. As far as so speaking of Army of the Darkness, was something else you wanted to talk about?
I did.
You've been raving about.
I'm glad you brought that up, and I actually have a couple of fun notes for you there with it.
Of course you do.
But
go ahead.
Evil Dead.
You got some collectible to go along with it?
No,
I'm waiting.
No collectibles. I have a poster hanging on my wall in the other room, signed by Bruce Campbell, but you know.
Not showing off too much.
I'm gonna rob him blind.
Evil Dead, the video game, dropped last Friday, and I have to say, it's phenomenal. Like, I love it, hands down. From the missions that they have to unlock characters, the gameplay can be a little wonky at times, but as far as a survivor game, it's a mix of Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th, and they just took those, married them together, and made it so much better than both of them. Because you can actually, as a survivor, you can actually kill things. You can actually hunt for items and get like common, rare, epic, and legendary items. So like, and certain characters can use certain items.
Oh my God, I got Jason's jockstrap. Yes.
But so you know how like, in certain Evil Deads or certain like Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, Ash vs. Evil Dead, in certain forms of Ash, he doesn't have a hand.
Yeah.
So they have a chainsaw that is literally only that character can use. You get what I'm saying? But they have like the boomstick. They have King Arthur's sword. They have
Excalibur.
Yeah, they have everything. It's
He
great.
says that every time he says King Arthur's sword, he always says that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but
Excalibur.
It has a name.
Sword. Yeah,
it has a name.
And
very important name.
The crazy thing to think about, though, with under a week, that game has sold 500,000 copies.
Damn, you bought that many? How rich are you, Drew? Damn.
I wish.
He has to make it sell greatly. Go.
No, but I mean, so you can either get the regular version of the game, which is $39.99, or you can get the deluxe version where you get a couple of skins for it. And I pre-ordered it, so I got the
deluxe,
the S-Mart Ash. Well, I pre-ordered it.
Does it come with a shopping cart?
No, where he's in his S-Mart.
Doesn't come with it. I know. I was just fucking with you. I'm gonna throw a couple thinkers your way. Okay, that's
I
what I do.
But
and catch on the
But
stop
as
every
far
time.
as gameplay goes, and like the missions that you do to unlock characters, it's like literally scenes out of like the movie that the characters were from. So like when you're unlocking a version of Ash from Evil Dead 1, you go through and you do like where you have to find a necklace from Linda, then you have to find her a shovel, then you have to find a head. It's crazy.
Is it an RPG or is it like literally a survival game? Like,
no, it's just a survival horror game.
So, but you have
missions to unlock characters.
I got you, Trey. You play Left 4 Dead?
No.
Okay. You play, I think.
Just threw you for a loop there, didn't he?
Right. You know, I was expecting it. Like,
I know what it is. Nope. I know what it is, though.
Have you seen?
So I understand the survival horror games. You have to do like you have to start the generator and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Killers going around. Exactly. I get that, but you kind of throwing me for a loop when you're saying you got like find somebody's neck. Like the fuck, I'm trying to get the fuck out of here.
So that's just part of the mission. That's parts of the mission. So when you're playing in the actual game, you have to find 3 pages of the map. 3 pieces of a map to find where the Kandarian dagger and the page from the Necronomicon are. In order to find, you have to get both. You have to have the Kandarian dagger to kill the Dark Ones, and then once you kill the Dark Ones, you have to protect the Necronomicon from the villain attacking it before the end of the match. So, it's a fun one, and it is cross-platform. So. For people on PS5,
he's gonna make me play this, isn't he?
With people on Xbox,
he's gonna make me play this.
As long as you know it, he's going to.
Yeah,
I will tell you. It has good aspects to the game. The problem is if you go in with people you don't know.
Yeah,
it's the first come first serve basis. So if there's somebody out there running ahead of everyone, they're going to get all the legendary items. They're going to get every skill point, all the items they need, and you're going to be sitting there. Just waiting.
But the good thing with the skill points, the pink bottles, those actually, it doesn't matter if somebody opens a supply chest, those are for everybody. It's just the weapon inside you won't get because everybody's
weapons, ammo. You just sitting there, they got, swords and shotguns. You're sitting there with this one-shot revolver pistol and a meat cleaver, wondering like, what did you do with your life?
Okay.
But it's a good one.
Fair enough.
If you give it a shot, you might like it.
I might give it a shot. I'm just not a fan of paying $60 for something I'm going to play once.
That's good. It's 30.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't feel as bad. It's 40. You're up in the front.
The Horrific Network came out. You need to play.
Okay. Yeah, but speaking of money and pockets running dry, Stan Lee.
Yeah, I heard about it too.
Yeah, so apparently Disney, not Marvel, Disney, mouse.
Yes.
Is
I gotta use it.
Continue to use his likeness for at least the next 20 years. This is kind of disheartening for me because that man is near and dear to my heart, and I truly feel like you should just let him rest. And I think the good old idea of implementing Deadpool, now that you got the rights, use him in the cameo role. Let him cause his chaos where he pops up, he does something stupid, and goes on about his business. But don't dig up the dead.
I'm just saying, Ryan Reynolds would jump at the opportunity to jump in everyone's movie. Who would not love a scene where Ryan Reynolds would come in and just fuck shit up and say, "All right, cool, I'm out."
Imagine him popping up in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Imagine him just standing on the street corner reading. You got to
remember though. You got to remember, Trey.
He
was supposed to be in Multiverse of Madness.
He was. I did not know that.
Yes, he was going to be in it, but then they were like, "No, we can't do that. It's not a big enough stage for him."
Oh my god! Yeah, the dude did Detective Pikachu. His voice was in the movie for the majority of the time. He was in the movie maybe five seconds at the end. Sorry, spoiler for a 5-year-old movie that didn't really do anything.
I don't think it's Ryan Reynolds who has the issue with this.
Who do you think it is?
I think they don't want to. I mean, don't get me wrong. The mouse has the money, but I don't think they want to pay the money to have him always come in like that.
I really need the higher ups in both companies to realize that you bought comic book properties, or you own comic book properties, and they involve characters that are intertwining. They live in the same freaking world. There should never be a standalone fucking Morbius movie. It should never happen because he's a side character.
That's not MCU.
That is Sony. Damn it! Do not bring that up.
You don't bring that up.
About this. We do not talk about Morpheus.
I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to talk around it. But what I said was, these companies that have these properties, that's all an all-inclusive statement. So I ain't just talking about DC or Marvel, but you got to understand these characters have stories that involve Rogue from the X-Men held on to Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel at the time, until she took her strength and flight ability, and had it for like 20 years. How you gonna do that? And you ain't crossing. You got to bring her up because we got to shut Carol Danvers down real fast. We got to do that quick. I'm not gonna go into why because we on somebody else's network. I'm talking shit on my own shit. But yeah, like you gotta cross these characters. Now with that happening, one thing I am happy that is going down is, well, kind of happy, but we had the drop of the She-Hulk trailer. August 17th, I believe, is the release date for that. Yep, August 17th, 2022. We got She-Hulk coming up, and also we're going to have some crossovers there because Daredevil's going to make an appearance. He's also getting a show, and I'm excited. But before we go into that, how do you guys feel about how she looks?
I mean, it didn't look terrible. It didn't look.
I mean, truly, how much really more? I mean, they're going to do exactly with her what they did with Bruce Banner and the Hulk, and he's going to CGI her. I mean, she looks like she should look, honestly.
You guys are disappointing me. You're disappointing.
Why?
She looks like Fiona. She looks like Fiona off of Shrek. She can't look. Okay, all right, hold on. Look at Thanos. Look at Thanos. Look at old Purple Puss, old Grimace on steroids, and you can't tell me that Marvel couldn't have shoved a couple more $100,000 into somebody's pocket to make that render look a little bit better.
And again, that's just the first trailer. It could look better during final.
It could.
Hey, wait, hold on. Wait. Side note. Sidebar here. Sidebar. Again, Sonic the Hedgehog won.
But what happened? What had to happen? What had to happen for that? Because if nobody said anything, we would have been dealing with that.
Speaking about Sonic, Hedgehog, the first edit of him. There's a movie that dropped today on Disney Plus.
Oh,
it was Chip and Dale's Rescue Ranger, and he has a part in that damn movie.
Oh my god! Did you watch it though?
Yes, I watched it.
Wait. I have to know because I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either. I haven't seen Sonic 2 yet because I'm not a child. But you said the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers is in Sonic?
No. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers has a movie that just came out on Disney Plus, which has a spotlight where the original Sonic that we saw with the teeth and everything is in that movie.
Oh, it was a joke. Okay, all right, cool.
No, not a joke. He has a whole part in the whole movie.
Okay, but was it good?
It's the Rescue Rangers. It's
Rescue Rangers PG in 2022. I mean, what are you expecting? I mean, it's not going to be great. It's going to be like, oh man, it's amazing. It went straight to Disney Plus. It's not like had to be released.
Well, I mean, the sad thing is a lot of the Pixar movies are going straight to Disney Plus, and they're not all bad.
No one said that.
Look at the level of production that they're putting in. There's a difference between their Pixar movies and just throwaway movies that they're trying to make money off of. Sonic was a sleeper. Like people, there's a fan base that loves Sonic, so please don't come after me because they like the Beehive. They'll attack your ass. But they all know there's a certain number of them that love that character that made that happen. Chip and Dale, like, do you even remember the damn theme song from the cartoon? Besides the hook?
I do now because I watched the movie.
Oh my god. I don't think I'm gonna watch that. I'm so glad my child is 14. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that. But again,
it's called content. Sometimes you got to do what you don't want to have to do.
I'm just saying, it'd be a great conversation to have on Monday. I'm just telling you that now.
Oh yeah. You see, you trying to make me watch. Why are you trying to make me watch crap? Like, can we watch great stuff? Can we watch?
Okay. Well, speaking of crap,
Firestarter, we gonna talk about that, or what
No.
other crap we gonna talk about?
Was it? Did you end up watching the last episode of Halo?
I did watch it. You see, this is what I mean by you making me watch crap.
We're gonna talk about that crap. Okay.
Sure. Hey, Louis Creative, what's up? What's going on? We're not watching. We're discussing what we have watched throughout the pretty much week or a couple of weeks. Thanks for joining in. Watch it. She said, "Watch it." Of course.
Yes, everyone's gonna tell you to watch it. It's like a train wreck. You don't turn away.
Wait, hold on. Before we get into this deep dive of Halo, now, did you get when I told you before? Did you get what I meant by the 1-for-1 like representation of the Halo 2 fight? At the very end?
Yeah. So all right. So for those of you who don't know, who haven't been watching, Halo has a TV show.
Fight. I keep on telling you that it was the Halo 3 fight
because they were brutes.
Because
they were brutes. And did they have charge axes or charge battle? That was
they had
hammers.
They had axes, but it wasn't what we're used to. The gravity hammer. No, it was not that.
I fucking love that hammer. That hammer is. I want one of those in real life. Just smashing everything. Anyway, but for those of you who don't know, Halo was an amazing game throughout most of our childhoods, exclusively to Xbox. Now they have a TV show that came out on Paramount Plus. If you have Paramount Plus, check it out, see what you think. But I fell off. I can't say I fell off after episode 3. I was like,
I watched every last bit of all 9 episodes. And I hated it. I hated it every minute of it. It's like, what the hell?
You hated it,
but I hated it. But I was committed. I was like, I have to see this through.
Now, I love the first 15 minutes of it, and I love the last 35 minutes of it.
Now you gotta be more specific. The first 15 minutes of the first episode and the last 30 minutes of the last one.
This is how they roped you in. The very first 15 minutes of Halo, they're like, check this out. Exactly like the video game. This is what you want. This is what you want. And then the problem with the fucking Halo show is it's literally 80-20. You have 9 hours to show.
You gave it 80-20?
No. 80% story. 20% action.
I'd have gave it 90% story.
Okay, 90-10. Fine, 90-10. But here's the problem. You have 9 hours of film, right? You have 9 hours of content. And in those 9 hours, you have 30 minutes of action. Tops.
No, you got more than that. You got, so episode 1 had action, episode 6 had action, episode 8 had action, episode 9 had action. But it was little actions.
Yeah,
until
but it was like
episode
5-10
9
minutes per episode.
Yeah.
So as far as Halo is concerned, it's telling the story of Master Chief before Halo 1, I believe.
It is telling their version of it.
Yeah.
Well, their version of it.
Yes.
And it's so much dialogue for an action game. It's like I'm waiting for them to come out with Doom, the TV series, and they're just talking to the devils as opposed to shooting them. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Duke Nukem to get a show, and he's literally got buckets of bubble gum because that's all he's going to do. He's not going to kick much ass.
I came to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I got all this gum.
I've got plenty. I guess I can't kick any ass right now. That's what I'm waiting to see, because that's what this felt like. It's so contrary. And then he falls in love, but kind of gets infatuated. He gets some cheeks, which I'm always happy about when characters get cheeks. I'm happy about it. I think that everybody should get some cheeks. It's just the type of guy I am. But yes, action-wise, when there was action, there was good. I actually went above and beyond, and I watched the episode before, and then I watched the last episode. So the first of the last, it kind of watched me because I was on my phone looking at TikTok. Follow me on TikTok, Trey Proper. Anyway, but I did
shameless plug. Enter here.
Always. In the last episode, I like how they have the attention to detail as far as the suits and the interactions, the different weapons, the needler. They broke out the needler. They should have shown it lodging into somebody's chest and exploding.
Actually,
I wanted to wait for that.
It didn't. If you looked in the background, you saw the needler.
No. I need a close-up shot of that. I need a close-up shot of a needle exploding somebody's chest.
Episode 6. No. Episode 6. When there's a giant battle, you missed that.
Yeah,
because
that was there.
Yeah, I'll go to YouTube and I'll type in needle or Halo and see what comes up. But I'm not. You're not roping me into this. You're not doing it. the sniper shots, the grunts getting taken out. Yeah, that stuff I enjoy.
Should have had the confetti pop up. Yay!
Fun. I just wanted somebody to come over and look. Triple kill. That's what I wanted. Now let me do it.
Killtacular.
Triple kill. I need somebody to do that shit. Damn, son of a bitch.
But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. At the very end of the episode, when you see all the action and all the representation of the actual video game, it makes me think that maybe if they do season,
I see somebody got some snacks over there.
Yeah, you got the snacks.
Keep talking.
I really hope that they just push forward with no more taking the helmet off and just make it Master Chief like Master Chief.
No,
because I didn't say that since day one. Leave the goddamn helmet on, but
No, I mean, because now at this point, because he's not John anymore.
Which is the problem? How are you going to have Master Chief who's no longer Master Chief? I'm trying to understand the logic behind what they have done to this series. You took Master Chief, you gave him the great opening of he's going to be this badass, and then you just systematically break him inch by inch by inch until you just made this the shell of what he was. And then at the end of it, you're like, all right, cool. We're going to take you out. Cortana's going to control you from here on out. What?
Take is off. I don't know what take is off means, babe, but okay.
I take it off?
Take it off, maybe. Take it off.
Hey, that's for another show. What are y'all talking about?
That is for Sundays.
Yes, I keep that to yourself. When was he there?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of made me excited for the second season just to see what they might be able to do with it, but not. And I don't know. I'm gonna watch it because it is what it is.
That's the best you come up with. I'm gonna watch because it is what it is.
I'm honestly gonna wait for you guys' reaction to the first episode of the second season. If it gets a second season.
No, it's hard. It got greenlit after the first 15 minutes of the first episode.
It was greenlit after the first episode immediately, and then because they want to, hey, we got all these people watching, and it's like, oh, never mind, they're not watching because we created a whole story with a whole person that we didn't care about. I'm sorry, don't get me wrong. Everyone wants representation, but why do we have this random Asian story out of nowhere? Has nothing to do with Halo.
I've got no words for it. I've got no words for it. I like that he had humanity in dialogue. See that, and that's the other thing. For the people who are not initiated, those who are not diehard Halo players who never owned an Xbox in their lives, they have to become familiar with this character in order for it to flourish. Unfortunately, the fans, listen to me. Unfortunately, the fans of Halo are not enough to keep the show afloat. They're not. So they're not. I'm a fan of Halo, and I hate the show. I stopped watching after episode 3.
If they'd have made the show for the hardcore fans, you don't think it'd last?
No,
it would have.
I'm trying to tell you, just a guy in a suit shooting and giving out one-liners. That went away. That went the way of the '90s. We people need character development. They need to see who their stars are, and what actor. Well, I mean, there are some actors, some people who are just stunt doubles who would do that and take a paycheck and call it a day. But if you're gonna be, if I get cast as Master Chief, motherfucker, you gonna see my face. I'm Master Chief. I'm Master fucking Chief.
For the good or the bad, huh?
Yes. He will forever be known as Master Chief for good or bad. But
yes,
they have to make money. They have to draw on the people who are not diehards. Same thing with Marvel, and especially fucking Warner Brothers. These platforms, they have to do things to draw the new people in, the new kids in who never seen it, who are telling their parents, "Hey, take me to the comic book shop so I can get a first issue of this, or order Xbox One." Well, I guess they're backwards compatible now, but play Halo Remastered. I want to get this game so I can see how this character is. They have to draw those people over so that they can become the new fan base, and that's how they make their money. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
I mean, but they did such a piss poor job with the story. It is what it is. Just, Because what you're gonna have people who will say, I want to go see what Quan did in the game, and they're gonna like the game's gonna like, who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is that? Yeah. No, you better off playing fucking Halo Legends or some shit like that. Speaking of other things that may be disappointing, did you guys hear about Thor: Love and Thunder only having a runtime of 1 hour and 15 minutes?
What?
What?
Nah,
An hour and
you
15
lying.
minutes?
I'm not
You're lying.
CBR.com.
No way.
CBR.com.
No.
Australian Cinema Chime Event Cinema, the upcoming blockbuster clocks in at an hour and 15 minutes or an hour and 55 minutes. Neither Disney or Marvel Studios has addressed the legitimacy of this time, but if it's correct, Love and Thunder will be the one of the shortest Marvel movies in the MCU.
That's not enough time. I'm sorry. That is not enough time to give it the love that it needs. God, what?
You hear it from me. I guarantee you. I would almost bet that it's going to be about a $1.45.
It needs to be longer than that.
If it's an hour and 15 minutes, I might take a break from Marvel. I might just, because I can't riot against them. I can't say I hate them because I have no other alternative besides The Boy. The Boys. And Invincible. Yes, and Invincible. But yeah, I might have to take a break. They might not get. I might have to acquire that one because you're not going to get my money for that. And you've had Thor away and plus the Guardians of the Galaxy away for too damn long. Put your foot in this. I want the extended cut. That's what I want. So
you want your own Snyder cut for that one, huh?
You're damn Skippy.
I mean, dude, an hour and 15 minutes, then make it a freaking Disney Plus series. Make it worth watching.
They could have. I mean, I hope that is. I hope it's bad information. I hope it's not an hour and 15 minutes because that would be very disappointing.
It would, especially considering the fact the events that should be taking place inside Thor: Love and Thunder, as far as I'm kind of giving it away. A certain butcherer shows up. Not going to say what kind. If you know, don't say anything, because I don't want to spoil it for people. But the fact that they're going to be in Olympus with Zeus. The things that can and the fact that they're going to be with Zeus and nobody has mentioned Hercules, who's as strong as the fucking Hulk, showing up and wrecking shit with Thor. Like, I want it all. Yeah. So you can't roll all that into an hour 15 minutes.
Hey, just isn't Russell Crowe playing?
Yes, he is.
Zeus? Yeah,
Russell Crowe.
Yeah. I thought that's who it was.
Right, songs are right and wrongs are fighting around the world.
But I'll probably ultimately end up seeing it regardless because I loved the other Thor movie.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, Ragnarok. We got 10 minutes, guys.
I mean, everyone loved Ragnarok. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the other one we don't speak about.
The other two, you mean?
I mean the first one.
The original Thor was okay. The second one, Dark World, was terrible.
Dark World was garbage. It was garbage. It was horrible.
The first I could watch any Marvel movie more than once, except for that movie.
It was an introductory movie. But since we're going to wrap up things, I do have a question for you guys. Of the MCU TV shows that we've seen so far, do you think that the MCU Disney Plus television series idea where they're rolling out content constantly is a good thing? Do you think they're good content, or do you think it's just a waste of time? Do you think like it's just a filler till we get to the big movies?
I would say it's not a waste of time. It is you gotta think when we first started with the MCU, it was like we had to wait a long
2
time.
years.
Year 2, 8 months before we got content. So it's good to have things in between to give you different aspects of stories, give you different characters you never thought about, because not everyone, as you know, is made to be on the big screen. Some people are they're that neighborhood, criminals, not the big screen. I don't need to see Moon Knight trying to take on Thanos. No.
Yeah, no. But okay, wait. I will answer that with a follow-up curveball for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I will answer the question and then give you a question. And yes, I like the direction they're taking the Disney Plus MCU. Like, I like the way it's going. I liked WandaVision. I liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I liked I like Moon Knight. I liked
Mhm.
Loki. Loki was probably number one out of
Okay.
all the shows.
Respect.
Yes.
And then, you know, obviously they just greenlit Daredevil season 4
Mhm.
on Disney Plus, so that's a positive. Do you think that they're going? I mean, I like the way it's going, and
Mhm.
I think that they should keep doing it, and I think they should do this and get it into a bigger platform. You know what I mean? Like do this and then into the movies. But I know not everybody agrees with me on that. But I really would rather them just do origin stories and stuff like that via a series to get it over with. That way we don't have to waste it on a movie.
I mean, if they keep this up, we're gonna get Frogman the series. Just saying. Just saying.
We're going to start getting the E series heroes.
Yes.
It's
I mean,
happen.
because as good as, and I personally thought that Moon Knight was meh. It was good. It's not something I'd have to watch again, but we're gonna get into those ancillary characters that really. We're gonna get a Squirrel Girl TV show at some point.
Yeah, no, we
It's
are.
gonna happen, and
We'll
it's
see.
like they're gonna do it. Like look at DC and what Warner Brothers has done. Now their content it ebbs and flows. It's pretty good, and then it after the longer it goes, the worse it gets because they run out of shit to do because they don't want to follow the fucking storyline. But they're consistent, and they
Yeah.
also are crossing over a lot of different things. But they had a whole show called Legends of Tomorrow that had all ancillary characters riding around on one ship, like it's fucking Scooby Doo. Like, come on now.
Well,
We get the West Coast Avengers. We get the what is it? The Great Lakes Avengers. Oh, I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Oh man.
Alpha Flight.
well, I mean, I really hope that they can do Daredevil decently. That's pretty much all I really hope.
As long as it's rated R, I'm happy with it.
And that's the other thing. Disney plays it fast and loose with these ratings. I mean, what Doctor Strange was that PG-13?
Yeah.
Yes.
It would have been better if it was rated R.
Oh, if it was rated R, it'd have been hella gorier. Oh, we would have saw Charles's head spin around on that fucking that yellow hovercraft. That's what would have happened. So, but yeah, we have fun talking about stuff like this. So you guys enjoyed our conversation here. Please join us on Snack and Flick Monday nights at 8:30 p.m. 9 p.m. Sorry,
9 p.m.
I do
Eastern,
so much, man. I get
6 p.m. Pacific.
Anyway, but
8:30 is Sunday.
We truly appreciate being guests and hope that we have entertained you in some form tonight.
Yes, thank you for having us. It's your boy Trey Proper. You can find me everywhere under Trey Proper, TreyProper. Gentlemen, tell them where they can find you.
Well, you catch me Dragon Chills here. Well, not here, but you can catch me on Monday nights, as you said, on Snack and Flick. I also produce another podcast on Sunday nights, which stars Mr. Trey Proper and a couple other people. Also, that would be Kinkazoids on Sunday nights at 8:30.
Yep.
And everywhere else, you can just catch me as Dragon Chills. There you go.
It's your boy Gadoni. I'm at Snack and Flick Mondays, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And also on the Horrific Network on the Campfire Chronicles. Catch me there.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.